Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders Swap Force Lightcore Brightest Locke, which has been kicked off with the awesomeness that is Drobot's fancy ribbon right now. It's a ribbon and it's fancy. The name does not lie. Regardless, today we have the Winter Keep to deal with, and hopefully we can continue on our streak of being completely deathless, because those of you who thought I was going to lose characters to the caravan section in Boney Islands, yeah, you just ate your words last episode. We got through it. No deaths. I mean, Drobot here most certainly would have died, and that would have been tragic if it weren't for the fact that the food came in clutch.
Even better, it's a special relic of the Frost Elves of Winter Keep.
That's really saying something, because the snow globe in of itself is pretty fancy and awesome, but fancy? Most definitely. I mean, fancy is the word of the episode, so I have to make sure I shoehorn it in at every single moment possible. So this is just fancy UI right now, asking me whether I do or do not want to head out for the fancy Winter Keep, and of course I want to head out to it. It's rather fancy, and I enjoy myself some delves into the fancy things in life. That reminds me of the episode of The Office where it's all about the Finer Things Club.
Oscar, Toby, and I are founding members of the Finer Things Club. We meet once a month to discuss books and art, celebrate culture in a very civilized way. Sometimes the debate can get heated, but we're always respectful. There is no paper, no plastic, and no work talk allowed. It's very exclusive.
Because fancy things, finer things, practically the same thing. And then they invite Jim to Finer Things Club, and he doesn't even read the book. If you get invited to a book club, because that's effectively what it was, a glorified book club, read the book, is all I'm gonna say. Is that right, is it, Beth? But yeah, for those of you who don't know already, I'm a huge fan of The Office. I watched it for the first time this year, but I binged through it in about 10 days. That meant that I naturally watched about 7 hours a day on average. I got very addicted to the show very quickly, just because it's funny, it has some excellent character development, and it's just a thoroughly entertaining show with the chemistry that the characters all have with one another, and just the relationships as they build. Even if the later seasons are a bit meh, but even when the show was meh heading into the week later seasons, I still had plenty of enjoyment. And that's what matters most, you know. Sometimes I would rather have something that I enjoy over something that's well made. Keyword here is sometimes. Most of the time, I'd rather have a well-crafted film, because I'm a bit of a film buff, so I love watching something that's as well made as it is even. Like some people have the, you know, they have the nerve to call The Revenant a boring movie. Oh, the nerves on those people. Personally, I don't think it's a boring movie, not in the slightest, but even if you do consider it boring, at the very least, you can admire how well made that film is, because the acting, the performances, the lighting, the cinematography, it's one of my favourite films ever made. The Revenant is excellent, and any fan of film should watch it, in my personal opinion. Okay, here you go. And like I say, I don't think it's boring either. Mostly because I was so captivated and invested in the performances of the characters, as well as just the action and wide cinematic shots, helping with the pacing and helping the film generally move forward. That's unfortunate. I really like the fact that this story scroll references a Skylander. You know, it's very unique in that manner, because no other story scrolls actually reference specific Skylanders.
Of course, now the elves never know when it's time for bed.
Yeah, I suppose that's the one downside. But yeah, Whirlwind coming in clutch right there, you know, mostly because the Illuminator is structured around her. You know, her horn is a beacon of light, which is just, is really, really cool attention to detail. I mean, in Superchargers, they had the Cloud Kingdom, which had lightning rod statues all over the place, because that's the kingdom which he is from, so that's a great attention to detail, mind you. And it's great that even though it was Superchargers and lightning rod hadn't been used since Giants, they still remembered about lightning rod's backstory and, you know, his incorporation into the Skyline. So, you know, seeing that referenced was great for making an old fan like myself just squeal at the mere sight of seeing Lightning Rod in supercharges to a certain capacity. Imagine if Lightning Rod was the supercharger character rather than Jetpack though, how bizarre that would be. You know, everyone would question that choice. I mean, I think people question Rollerball enough as is, let alone, you know, what Lightning Rod would have brought about in terms of controversy within the community, because let's just say that picking Rollerball over Chop Chop for superchargers, definitely a controversial move on behalf of the superchargers developers. Though personally, I really love Bone Bash Rollerball, and I think base Rollerball is better than Chop Chop anyway, so I'm glad Bone Bash Rollerball is in the game, but I can definitely see where the big Chop Chop die-hard fans are at, or where they're coming from. You can go as far as saying they're what's the word? I was about to say emphasizing, but that's not the word. They're being over empathetic towards Chop Chop, in other words. That's what I was looking for, empathetic, because empathetic and emphasis are way too similar for my puny brain with only 3 cells to compensate for. Okay, look at that guy. Has gone boom! That's right, big Blizzard Brawler go boom. That's a bit of a mouthful, it's not as easy as Blaze go boom, which is a bit of a Horizon meme of mine, because that's my favourite thing about Horizon Zero Dawn, just igniting the blaze, so then Blaze go boom. I like it when Blaze go boom. That is potentially the episode of the title of the episode now, Blaze go boom, purely because that's a far superior title to Blizzard Brawler goes boom. I didn't even say it correctly, that's how lame of a name it is, because it's Blizzard Brawler, not Blizzard Brawler. Anyway, with all of this jazz and bizarre type of commentary on my behalf said and done with, let's be riding for rainbows without further ado. I love just how Scottish these characters are. It's just so unbelievably Scottish, it's brilliant. Crusher would be proud, but man, why is it I cannot speak this session to save my life? Luckily for me, after I'm done with the Mesmeralda boss fight, I'm going to be concluding the session here, so hopefully the final session I conduct next weekend will be a lot more fluent in my speech. Yeah, it's funny because I'm going to wrap up the film of this series come, like, March 15th at the very latest, and yet the last episode of this series isn't going to come out till May. That's a pretty big gap, you know, a lot can happen in 2 months. I mean, if you look at kids, for example, the amount of development a kid goes through in a single year, like, there's a big difference. You know, it's why films have ratings that they do, and it's why you can be lenient with film ratings. Like, something could be a 12, but, you know, maybe your kid when he's 9 years old can't quite handle the mature themes and visuals of a 12 movie or the language, maybe. But then 1 year later, they've developed to the extent to where you can trust them as a 10-year-old to watch a 12 movie, for example. I mean, I was watching 12s at the age of 9 because my parents were rebellious and let me watch them. But most of the time, when a film was highly rated, they would watch it first and then they would, you know, decide whether it was appropriate for me or not. So yeah, basically they were good parents. But yeah, case in point, people just pin it down to kids are stupid and can't understand mature themes about life and death, so that's why Soul isn't made for them. But people who say that are just, you know, they're just wrong, first of all, and second of all, they're just completely oblivious to what kids are actually like, and how great a grasp they can have at mature themes, like life and death. Like, seriously, I showed Soul to my 8-year-old cousin, and they were having a blast with it, not only because of the pretty little colours, but they, you know, really compensated what was going on, and really understood it. You know, they were crying at the end, and again, I was also crying at the end, so, you know, it's hard not to cry at Soul, because it is a highly emotional movie, and those of you who don't cry at the end of Soul don't have a soul as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, if you're going to take anything away from this video, it's going to be that kids aren't as dumb as people let on, and they have a greater capacity for understanding mature and darker themes than what you could possibly ever you know, imagine. But regardless, we now have the Swap Force representative of Water Element, Whamshell, as I itch my armpit because I have an itchy armpit, the same name as the island that they discovered at the beginning of How to Train Your Dragon 2, because that was a reference I couldn't help myself but make.
What should we name it? Itchy armpit it is.
After all, this is How to Train Your Dragon we talk about here. It's like my favourite film trilogy of all time. Why would I do anything besides reference it? That's a question. So we could have continued on, but right now what I really want to do is push this block into place. Yeah, sure, whatever you say here, Whamshell. So yeah, we have the secret keep with a treasure chest. Ooh. Not that Whamshell needs it much of him being maxed out on gold, but still, it's pretty cool that I have discovered the secret all the same. So yeah, let's pop back out of here, initiate the water element once more, and finally be opening this gate without further ado.
A water wonderland.
What do you know? This game predicted Skylanders Imaginators, because in Skylanders Imaginators, Winter Wonderland is the name of one of the main areas in the abandoned amusement park. So, you know, let's just say that Swap Force went on ahead and accurately predicted that. Okay, watch out for that guy before he hits us, that will not be convenient. There you go, he's dead. And this guy will be too, just give it enough time. Sweet. Boom, knock him back and finish him off. I love the fact that that combo has knockback damage, that's what makes it as useful as it is. Oh boy, and here come the ice gear golems that I do not like very much.
What are they doing to the furnace?
That begs the question, is there any enemies in this game I like? No. No, there is not. That's more of a rhetorical question than anything, because I thought the answer would be pretty fucking obvious if you were to ask me.
Don't stand a chance without its light.
I love the fact that the entirety of this level becomes darkened now that the Illuminator is no longer there to illuminate the world.
Lose courage.
You know, it's some beautiful light in this, and the fact that it transitions so smoothly as well without frame rate drops is incredible. You know, there's a lot of technicality behind that. Like, seriously, to code things like drastic lighting changes like this, or to transition between 3D to 2D, you know, it takes a lot of processing power, and it's not the easiest to code for. So credit where credit is due. Hopefully, let's be digging up right here. Let's go shoveling, snow shoveling to be exact. As I press the R2 button, boom, baby.
No stopping me.
Oh, is that right? Is it Whamshell? Is that right? Anyway, we're going to purposefully leave the muffs behind because, to be frank, I can't be bothered to go collecting them even. Hopefully, we're going to have a Chompy Blintz Bloom. Once again, I said that completely wrong in terms of my pronunciation, but never mind. Who really cares, right? I know I don't. The only thing I do care about is Whamshell surviving here, which definitely seems quite successful so far. Sweet, that gate unlocked, because I have been soft locked at that gate far too many times, and what I mean by soft lock is that I would defeat all the enemies but the gate wouldn't open, so I'd basically be stuck at that there gate indefinitely, and that's happened to me far too many times. In fact, heavens, it didn't happen here, and man, there's a lot of chompies. Goodbye! Nice. You know, I've got these final dudes to deal with. Okay, goodbye to that guy too. If you're doing the combo, but you're worried that you're going to get hit whilst you do it, because it leaves you incredibly vulnerable, you can just jump out of it to cancel the animation. That's my Whamshell advice for the day. You're welcome. Okay, let's push that into place and get on up here. There's even a little skip you can do here that's great for speedrunning, because normally you'd have to go back down there, push the block back to the very right, and then platform over to this platform over there, platform between platforms and everything, but rather than jumping down and going through that entire process, you can just jump straight over thanks to just how high up that initial platform is. So yeah, that's a skip that's going to save you about 2 seconds, but still, every second counts in a speedrun. As far as I'm concerned, that is the speedrun tactic, but you know, you can never be too sure, so that's why I felt it worth mentioning regardless. Okay, there you go, let's be jumping over there, right there, sweet. Now we have the ice gear going to deal with. Yeah, I still don't care. Get that thing off my screen! In the words of a mighty demigod Schmurder. Shout outs to him, you should definitely go check him out. He makes some incredible non-PG content, shall we go as far to say. Like if you're looking for the non-PG, not made for fucking kids content, and that's exactly where you're gonna find it, with demigod Schmurder, mind you. Ouch. Yeah, family friendly and PG his content is not, neither is mine now that I think about it, but that's purely his bad influence, quote unquote. Yeah, I'm not doing a great job of taking down all these chompies here, am I? Well, not only the chompies, but the ice gear golem as well. Are we going to lose Ramshell here? Because I have a question, I'm not very good with this character, that's the problem. Okay, there goes that guy. Now what we've got to do is avoid this guy's ice. How hard could it be? Second thoughts, please don't answer that. Okay, there you go, we're continuing to avoid it. Woo! That was a bit of a close one right now. This guy just doesn't want to die, apparently. Oh, crap. Walked right into that one. You officially have my permission to say it. Ignite the fire. You are bad at the game. After that absolute display of sheer and utter skill that I'm incredibly humble about with the previous episode, I go on ahead and I do that. To directly juxtapose any proof that could have said otherwise that I was good at the video game. Bye bye. So now there is no element of the area currently, so I can swap out to any Giants character of my choice. So I'm going to go with Prison Break. Haven't seen him for a while. Not to mention, you know, this guy's firing off ice crystal shards. Prison Break has crystals, which aren't being very effective right now. Like, come on, Prison Break. Work with me here. I just said you're good. I'm kind of going to need some background proof for that, which means you've got to press the be good at video game button. You know, it's a two-way relationship, this. Not only do I need to press the be good at video game button, but it has to do with Skylanders as well. It's like dragon training and How to Train a Dragon, you know. The pilot needs to put trust in the dragon, because the dragon doesn't want to run into things any more than the pilot does, but at the same time, the dragon also needs to bow down and, you know, obey the words of the rider as well. So it's a two-way relationship, as anything would be in that kind of situation that involves, you know, the dragons effectively being glorified pets, in other words. You know, a cat needs to trust you as much as you put your trust in the cat. I don't know why I made a big pause during that sentence, but here we are. So yes, please do not use that clip out of context against me to say that I'm anything other than good at the video game. You know, there's plenty of proof in this series that says so otherwise, but enough of repeating myself for effect. It's time to take down these blizzard ballers. Yeah, whatever you say here, Prison Break, just don't die. That's your one and only necessity this level. To do exactly not that. You know, we've lost 3 Skylanders already. Is that not enough for you, game? When will this bloodlust come to an end? It's very strange, this, because it says how there's 2 more Blizzard Ballers, but what it means is that there's 2 more Blizzard Baller locations, because in the next location we have 2 Blizzard Ballers to take out. So you'd think that would be all 3 that you need to defeat, but no, it meant for 3 different scenarios rather than for 3 different Blizzard Ballers, so, you know, that was a bit of a grammatical issue on the development behalf of this level. Oh! Oh, those guys just died, okay. Why are these guys' beams so inaccurate? Prison Break, work with me here, dudes. There you go. Okay, now I have crystals without having me to form crystals, so sweet, that should work out for us. Keyword here is should, doesn't mean it will. I'm not doing a great job with aiming with these crystals though, am I? Okay, there you are, you see. Okay, once again, that crystal didn't even hit him, but whatever. You know, who would want the crystal to hit him? Hitting bad guys, that's just overrated, I suppose. Okay, watch out for the ice chunk. Let's not walk directly into it like I did with Wham Shell. You know, let's learn from my past mistakes, or at least attempt to. Okay, fine, you're going ahead and destroy that crystal. I didn't want it anyway. Yeah, there you go. That guy is defeated at long last. It doesn't matter how long it takes to defeat him, so long as we defeat them without getting defeated ourselves. That's all what matters in the end. So yeah, let's be grabbing this gold right here because I feel like it. Okay, sweet. There goes all of them. And all of them too. Haha. Why do my crystals keep phasing through them? It's highly awkward and annoying. Okay, that guy's still not dead yet. And he's still not dead yet. There you go, that's more like it, that's what we like to see. Hey, our crystal actually did damage to him. It's a miracle I tell you. Okay, watch out for... I was about to say watch out for the ice blast, but you know, I said that a little bit too late, didn't I? Because everyone knows that if I had said it in time, then that would have inevitably, you know, ensured that I avoided it successfully. Everyone knows that me having said that in time would have made all the difference, is what I'm going as far to say right here. I love the fact that by choosing Prison Break, because he is slow, I am prolonging this episode. All intentionally, see, it's all part of the plan. Because yes, I am totally doing the scummy move to make this video as long as possible right now, because I'm one of those YouTubers 100% without a hint of sarcasm or showdown. And I said shint almost right there, which is kind of like a combination of hint and shadow at the same time. Anyway, boom. Boom. We don't even need to fight these guys, so what we're going to do is not fight these guys. As always, we're taking for low risk and high rewarded for it, because our reward is not losing Prison Break by not taking risks that we don't need to take. Anyway, let's be taking down these blizzard balls without further ado. Boom, there goes that one. Well, it doesn't go just yet, but it got hit all the same. Oh man, we keep just barely missing this top one and it's annoying me. There you go, we finally got him dotted, which is what we like to see. Oh, I thank you, Beth, and your Scottishness. Yeah, let's just pretend I didn't say that. Specifically in an accent, let's just pretend none of that happened right here. None of it was off occurrence. You can go as far to say. Anyway, here we go, very simple, basic, easy, stupid puzzle. Bye! Okay, let's be pushing these out of the way so then we can say goodbye to that next frozen pillar thing with Bob. Goodbye! And now we've got one final push of the blocks to be destroying this final ice crystal thing with Bob. Boom, and goodbye, as simple and easy as that. Okay, get out of the way of that guy. And that guy. There goes that guy. Sweet. Yeah, that invisible wall could have been the end of us right there, but keyword here is could have been. Luckily for me, it wasn't. Man, where is the accuracy with this guy? Some accuracy would be very useful right now. Or, you know, better yet, my crystal's actually doing damage rather than... What the heck happened with that crystal? That crystal didn't... that crystal went flying in who knows what direction, let alone phased through the ground. Prison Break's crystals in this game are some of the most jankiest things I've ever seen in gaming history without a hint of sarcasm nor shadow of doubt. Okay, there you go, sweet. Yeah, again, just slow and steady is how we're going to be taking this. Oh boy, watch out for that spinny dude. Oh no! I couldn't jump out of the way in time, and now I've gone and lost 2 Skylanders in one episode. This is the last time I play a Skylander to try and prove myself right, for sake of an argument. So now we are going to go with Countdown. For a Swap Force representative, mind you. Ah, he's the bomb, see? Yeah, that turkey hat is going to be a position between victory and defeat right here. So yeah, I suppose Prison Break is bad. In Swap Force, anyway. He's good in, like, literally all the other games, especially Giants. His WoW power is done to be broken in that game. In fact, if the Lightcore had the WoW power, then I'd be in a much more better spot right now. You could even go as far to say, I would say. So yeah, we lost two Skylanders this episode. It's the first episode where we've lost 2 Skylanders in a single episode, unfortunately. Purely because it turns out I'm definitely not as good as this game, as good at this game as I let on. Let's just go as far to say that, shall we? Can't wait for those clips to be used against me in context. Or in out of context even. Because that's how out of context stuff works. Anyway, we have to push this one right here. And then not touch it again until the time is right. So then what we've got to do is we've got to push you there. And then we're going to push you up and to the left, baby. To the left, everybody move to the left, to the left. I'm pretty sure that's how the lyrics go, right? Anyway, now we've got to push these out of the way so the laser can reach that final ice prism right now. Oh boy, I said the word prism now, that's just reminded me of the depressiveness that is Prison Break's death. But regardless, that ice prism has now been dealt with, so it's melted away and I can finally get that last snowman right now. Here we go, let's deal with these final Blizzard Brawlers then, shall we? Blizzard Brawlers even. Man, my stuttering is through the roof this episode. Okay, here we go, is that going to hit anyone? No, it's not. Not a single soul. Was it going to hit? Okay, here we go. Just gonna charge these things up all the way and hope for the best. Up it goes! Whee! Unfortunately, by the time I had finished charging it up for Blizzard Ball, I'd moved this position. But fortunately, just like that, the Blizzard Ballers have all been defeated, so we can move on to the finale of the episode. Hopefully not for the finale of the entire series. The last thing I want to do is lose my 12 remaining Lightcores to the next combat section, which, given the amount of skill I've displayed this episode, is most certainly a possibility. But yeah, seriously, this game, they did Prison Break bad this game. They did him dirty. Especially since he's so good in all the other games. Oh wait, what is this grinding animation for Countdown right now? That is so bizarre. I've definitely seen better grinding animations, that's for sure. Like Wildstorms from Imaginators, for example, is so elite. Tubular, man. But getting away from all of the cringe, I really like Wildstorm's Grail grinding animations because, man, Grail grinding? What's a Grail grind? No, his rail grinding animations are real beast. Quite literally, he runs an all 4 because Wildstorm, in and of himself, is a literal beast. So having a beast-like animation to correspond with that is so dope. Anyway, just like that, we have not glitched out the game, because speaking of glitches, not only do I get soft lock at the original gate that I was talking about, but I've also gotten soft lock to where I wasn't able to access this area. I'll just continue going in a continuous loop around the rainbow grinding section, which was as tragic as it sounds. You know, this level is just notorious for soft locks apparently. Anyway, this is the first time in the series where I haven't been able to maintain my giant swap force pattern, because now I've had to swap out for Flash Wing directly after Countdown, and they're both swap force characters. But what am I going to do? Prison Break is brown bread. I can't exactly play as him, because when a Skylanders defeated in battle, they are classed as dead and cannot be used again regardless. Luckily for us, Flash Wing is very good, so she should survive this combat section, no problem. I mean, I was about to say why don't I just start off with Flash in the first place. I needed to swap out for a Giants character, so perhaps I should have gone with a better Giants character than Prison Break. You know, Smithboom definitely would have got through that section unscathed, so why didn't go for him? I have no clue. I do not feel sorry for this guy at all. Yeah, that's it, come this way. I defeated that guy mid-roll, that's something you don't see every day. Okay, there goes them fools. Okay, let's just take this time to make a contrast between Flashwing and Prison Break right here and just, you know, observe how much more better Flashwing is than Prison Break. I mean, granted, with the elemental buffs, I'm sure Prison Break would have been great as well, but, you know, Flashwing with or without these elemental buffs is broken still. Okay, let's hope not to eat my words now that we have an Ice Gear Golem and haven't entered into the fray. And believe me, fray, that's a fancy word that most certainly exists. Ouch. You know, fray is not a word that I made up, at least I hope it's not anyway. Okay, let's finish off this fool. Goodbye! I almost feel sorry for his enemies right there. Flashwood just came in and swept the floor with them. And unfortunately, Prison Break was lost in the process of getting from point A to point B. But who really cares, right? I mean, I do, because as I said earlier, I don't want to lose any Skylanders. But unfortunately, that's just the fate that the universe had set out for us.
What's your pivot? This is an high-performance vehicle, not one of your snowplow jalopies.
Sure thing, Shopkin, whatever you say. But still, I think things are looking good for the future of Locke. We still got 12 characters remaining, which is a good, well-rounded cast. You know, we still got the main 4 beast-type characters in the form of Flashwing, Drobot, Smolder Dash, and Bumbleblast.
Through the treacherous blizzards in the Frostfest Mountains. But be careful, Skylander. If the ancient Frosthound really is there, you can bet Chaos's evil minions aren't far behind.
The Illuminator is on Sharpfin's ship. Find him at the air docks.
Alright, let's do exactly that then. Let's go to the air docks and conclude the episode without further ado. Because yes, I think we've had redo enough.
Find the ancient Frosthound.
Oh, I know I can do it too. I just got to be given time and space to do such a thing. Anyway, with all of this being said and done, thank you all so much for watching this here failure of an episode, and I will of course be seeing you in the next episode of the Skylanders Swap Force Lightcore Brightness Locke and the Told Up Moment Arises. Peace.